not just any walls that are up, and any roof that you put on top makes a kosher sukkah. You have to know the halachot. Sometimes you have to bring someone to look to make sure. In order that your sukkah is 100% kasher, it will be haram. So you got to be sitting 7 days inside of, so to speak, temporary dwelling outside. Maybe it's even hot, it's cold, it's not so comfortable, and you're hurting yourself to sit in such a thing, and you're not even mekayem any mitzvah because it's a pasul sukkah. It's not even good. Haram for a guy to do that. So therefore, one should be careful with his sukkah. So, first halakha that's very important is that a person has to be very careful where he places his sukkah. The sukkah cannot be under any kind of awning or a tree. If there's a tree or an awning which is covering most of your sukkah, in such a case, you really don't have a sukkah. You don't have a kosher sukkah, and therefore it doesn't work. Now, what if there's an awning that's sticking out only on one end of your sukkah? That's okay as long as no one sits on it. And again, we have a big sukkah, so we have the shiur sukkah is definitely okay. I have enough of a sukkah besides where it's sticking out. A lot of times people have that their awning is sticking out a little bit. That's okay as long as you don't sit over there. That's fine. Or if the tree is coming into your sukkah a little bit, you know that corner I don't sit. That's fine as long as the rest of your sukkah, most of your sukkah is fine and it's kasher. That's okay and it's fine. One should take a look. A lot of times, maybe last year was good, 3 years ago was good, but this year it grew a little bit over, or this year it's covered up. So one should take a look before he places his sukkah to make sure that number one, his sukkah is directly under the sky, there's nothing on top of it, nothing is there, in order that he's going to be mekayem mitzvat sukkah. Secondly, the person has to make sure that he has enough sechach to cover the entire area. You look outside in our sukkah, for example, or whoever did it right before, they didn't make sure that that's done. So you have gaps, you have open holes in the middle of your sukkah, that can be for sale your entire sukkah, and it doesn't work. So therefore, you have to make sure that again, when you're doing your sukkah, that entire area is covered, not, okay, well I'm sitting here, so for me over here there's sechach. As long as there are spaces that are open, it could be posel. Sometimes it's okay, depends on where the space is, but in most cases, it could be posel your sukkah. And therefore, you have to try to make sure that your sukkah is covered from wall to wall with sechach. Even if you're not planning to sit there. I'm not sitting on that end of that corner. You still have to cover it, because if you don't cover it, that wall doesn't count as one of the walls, and that can make your sukkah pesulah, doesn't have the walls that it needs. So therefore, when a person is building a sukkah, he doesn't have big enough sechach, so make sure you don't make such a big sukkah. Don't make the sukkah larger than the space that you're going to actually cover with your sechach. In case you need to, you have to consult with your rabbi to make sure that whatever you're doing is according to halakha. Sometimes, like I said, leaving empty space might be okay, depending where that space is going to end up being. So therefore, it's not recommended. But in case you need to do it, you can consult and find out what you should do in such a case.